So I just saw a video of a young woman. She went to surprise her man at a New Year's party. And she's all like, I'm here. And he's like looking around, shocked. And then when she goes in to kiss him, he pushes her away. Now, of course, as you can imagine, she's made a video justifying what happened, even posting another POV, which makes it even worse than the first one. So we've seen a couple of videos like this surface on social media over the years, and I think I know what's happening here. I'm willing to bet anything that these women are in relationships with men who started to make them feel insecure about where they stood in the relationship. These men started to become distant. They started to act weird. So, as delusional as a lot of us women can be at these times, they panic and then they go, well, maybe I just need to go up there and see what's going on. Maybe once he sees my face, he'll change. And then they get the wake-up call that no, that did not change anything. It didn't help. It didn't make anything any better. As a matter of fact, it just made it worse. Because now on a national level, on an international level, thousands, millions of people are seeing your man be a disrespectful prick. What can we learn from these situations? If your man starts acting weird, if y'all are in an official, if y'all are just dating, just block him and move on. You don't have to keep calling him. Maybe he's busy. Maybe he says no. People run entire countries and still go home to their wives at the end of the night, so I don't want to hear that BS. So if y'all are just dating, block him and move on. Now, if y'all are in a relationship and he starts to act that way, be an adult and communicate, hey, what's going on? I've noticed you started acting weird. If he says nothing but continues on to act weird, you don't deserve to be treated like this. For some reason, you believe that you do, and that's for you and your therapist and your journal to unpack. But if he tells you one thing and he's doing another, it's time to block and move on. Now, if he says, I've just been busy, yada, 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 no. If your man is a douche canoe, the solution is not you showing up to get further treated disrespectfully by this douche canoe. In 2020, I've decided to just hit post on any video that I would normally put in my drafts. People say that I'm blunt, I'm angry, I'm bitter, whatever. You can think whatever you want. I don't want women getting hurt at the end of the day. One thing I don't like, my big criticism about women who make content like mine, is there tends to be this, it's the patriarchy, it's the system, it's this. And don't get me wrong, it very much is indoctrination from religion and patriarchy that heavily influences the decisions that we make in relationships and in life. But it also tends to make us out to be these bubble-headed idiots who have no control over our thoughts and our actions. So we have no other choice but to make bad decisions. I'm here to tell you, no, that's not true. You are very smart, and we be knowing what the fuck we be doing 99.9% of the time. You know in the back of your head, when you buy that damn plane ticket, when you fill up your tank with gas, when you take that time off from work, you already know in the back of your head that when you show up, nothing is going to change. You already know that that relationship is over. And then we make up BS to tell ourselves, like, you know what? I don't need him to come to me. I'm a strong woman. I can go to him. Meanwhile, the whole time you already know it ain't got nothing to do with you being an independent, strong woman who can make the first move. You're just trying to psych yourself up for the fact that you are making a bad decision. Every bad decision I have ever made about a man in my entire life, yes, it was heavily influenced by religion and by patriarchy, but at the end of the day, I made that decision and I knew that it was a bad decision. But part of me was delusional, thinking, maybe it's not. But I knew it was. I knew that if I worked harder, it wasn't going to do anything but further break my heart. Every time I texted an ex back, every time I tried to put in more effort than the guy was putting in, I knew it was going to land me nowhere. And it always did. There's nothing wrong with putting in effort to be with someone who is also putting in effort. But we do things that break our own hearts. And I would rather you break your heart by ending that relationship and beginning the healing process than allowing that man to drag you through the mud and you're prolonging the inevitable.